Second winningest coach in the history of the SEC. Chris Clark was there in Columbia for the announcement today, and he joins us now live. Hey there, Chris.
How you doing there, Billy? It's still kind of surreal. The old ball coach isn't the guy leading the charge down here for the South Carolina Gamecocks. I mean, they're practicing about 100 yards that way, and Sean Elliott, the brand new head man down here, is putting him through the paces, but the visor is nowhere to be seen, and the influence he's had on Columbia is just incredible. This place, this literally place, did not look like this 15 years ago. It was a field, and I mean a field, but Spurrier came in. They've upgraded the facilities. They've got everything now on par with everybody else in the SEC, possibly one of the best set of facilities that anybody else has in the conference, and all the players that he's had an influence on from his days at Duke, his days at Florida, his days here. I mean, just recently, Jadeveon Clowney, the #1 overall pick, a Spurrier prodigy here. And yes, the guys in the NFL sounding off on how much the old ball coach meant to him.
You know, he's the one who turned around our program. Historically, we weren't that great of a team, and ever since he's been here, you know, he's really improved our wins.
Our paths did cross when he was in the NFL. I was in Philadelphia when he was with the Redskins. Our paths crossed a couple times in scouting when we go visit South Carolina. Anytime a guy that's pretty much has gotten to the point where he's had icon status, you know, takes a step away, it is always different.
Not just the coaches and the players. I'm going to miss him, too. I think everybody in the media is going to miss him, too. I mean, all the coaches now, when you ask them stuff, you know, they're playing a good football team and it's a quality program and those guys fight hard. Where are the coaches that are going to say things like Free Shoes University and you can't spell citrus without UT? I mean, why did Peyton Manning come back for his senior year? Oh, he wanted to be a 3-time MVP of the Citrus Bowl. We don't have anybody else like that. It stinks. I'm going to miss him, man. I'm going to miss him. We'll have more on Coach Spurrier coming up in Sports at 6.
I don't know about you, but I think he's going to miss him. Here's a check of some of the
NBC Charlotte's Chris Clark was live at his news conference, and he is live again at the University of South Carolina. Chris, what has the reaction been?
It's been one of disbelief out here. November 23rd, 2004, Steve Spurrier showed up on this campus and asked a very simple question. Why not us? I mean, why can't South Carolina be expected to win SEC championships? Why can't they expected to win the East, to win the whole thing, to win 10 games? And he went out and he pretty much set out everything that he wanted to accomplish. He accomplished. I mean, the man stands larger than life over my shoulder on the side of the stadium right there. And, you know, it was still kind of surreal, and most didn't believe that he was retiring until he actually walked in the room earlier today and did it. Just like one of his visor throws, Steve Spurrier's retirement was swift, sudden, and caught most everybody by surprise.
2 years ago that we were fourth in the nation, and the last of those 11 and 2s. And somehow or another, we've slid, and it's my fault. I'm responsible. I'm the head coach. And it's time for me to sort of get out of the way and let somebody else have a go at it.
Spurrier said he knew this would be it after the UCF game. He thought he could make it until the end of the year, but when he woke up Sunday morning, Spurrier said he just knew it was time.
When something is inevitable, I believe you do it right then. You don't wait a week. You don't wait 2 weeks. This has to happen. Let's do it.
And it wouldn't be a Steve Spurrier presser without the old ball coach having a little bit of fun at the podium.
It's time to take on the adventure of the next part of my life. So Jerry and I are looking forward to it. I think she's looking forward to it, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure she's looking forward to it there, Steve. Don't have to worry about that. Now, he was quick to say that he is resigning as the football coach here, but he's not retiring from football. He said he could definitely be a consultant or maybe even a high school coach. Could you imagine that, being a high school kid with him as your head coach? I don't think they can handle that. We'll have much more coming up from Spurrier later on in this and as well as in Sports at 6. Back to you.
That would be something else. Going to miss his news conferences, Chris.
Chris, what do you got?
Russ, I'm out here at the practice field. Sean Elliott's running the guys through the paces now. Not the old ball coach. It just seems kind of surreal that he's not here right now. I thought he was going to be here for at least 5-6 more years, and so did he. He said as much earlier in the summer when they started having those rumors about him retiring. But 2-4, 0-4 in the SEC, that is definitely not what he wanted, and I'm pretty sure it is not the way he wanted to go out either.
I didn't plan on going out this way. I planned on being on the shoulder pads of the team coming out of the Georgia Dome with an SEC championship, but that didn't work out.
Gonna miss him, not just for the coaching and the wins, but the quotes. Nobody else quoted Spurrier nobody else had those kind of quotes. My favorite one, when he was asked about that Auburn fire up at the dorm with the players, and he said he's glad the kids got out, but man, the bad part was 20 books got burned up. 15 of them hadn't even been colored in yet. There's nobody else like that, man. I'm gonna miss him. I'm just gonna miss him. Russ, back to you.
He was a heck of a soundbite, no doubt.